everyone. Right, everything's quiet as far as I'm aware. I've not knocked anything over. No deliveries have come. The deliveries I'm supposed to have today have come, so there shouldn't be any unexpected deliveries or anything. Yeah, I wanted to talk about triggers again, and yeah, this is directed at Paul. Paul, um, I don't know if you actually realise. I mean, I did point it out in my other video that you are one of my triggers, and I didn't really want to form a relationship with you again. I am one of your triggers as well. You know, obviously, you know, from the messages that you're putting up, you're obviously reminiscing and you know, and obviously been triggered into that. And I don't want to do that for you. I know it's a dark place for both of us. We have our own separate triggers, you know. This is why I don't want to form friendship again. It's not healthy for me to. It's not healthy for you either, you know, whether you understand this or not. It's not healthy. And I need this to be a safe space for me to express my thoughts and feelings, and also for other people to express their thoughts and feelings. But, you know, I don't want other people getting triggered. You know, I mean, it's alright for me to get triggered, but I'd rather not have other people triggered. So, I mean, yeah, fair enough, you're commenting and that, but don't expect anything back from me. But please keep it respectful. I don't really need to be reminded of past experiences because they're all flooding back anyway, you know. There's many experiences that I'd rather forget about us. Even though, yes, we had some good experiences, but, you know, the bad ones outweighed the good ones for both of us, you know. I triggered you, you triggered me, you know. It was a nasty little vicious circle, and I don't want to start that up again. You know, I'm trying to be as kind as I can about this. I'm coming from the heart, you know. I understand that you have your problems, you know. I hope you understand that I have mine, you know. If you look through any of the other videos, you'll see exactly what I've been through and exactly why I react certain ways. I mean, there's certain things that I haven't delved into yet because they are very, very sensitive areas, you know, about certain abuse and the way it's impacted me in the future. And I will come out with those at the right time. I mean, I don't know whether this is the right time to do that sort of thing, because it's not only you that I've done these things to, it's other people I've done them to as well. Some people they understand and other people they don't. It depends on their own mentality. So, you know, I've tried to sort of like tell you that you trigger me, that it's not healthy for me to be triggered. You know, and especially yesterday on such an emotional day. To me, that's, I know it was emotional for a lot of people for different aspects, you know. I mean, you say you've never met your dad, you know. Fair enough, you know, obviously you have issues because of that. And, you know, if you want to talk about them, fair enough. But when it comes to talking to us personally, I think we should steer away from that, because it's just triggering negative thoughts, you know, negative patterns that I don't want to relive, and I'm sure you don't want to either. You know, so yeah, I prefer that you keep your comments supportive, you know, like you know, I'll be supportive back. Maybe not in a comment, but in a video, you know, like I am now. I'd rather speak to you this way, you know. I know it's not face to face, but it's the closest that you're going to get to face to face, and it's the closest that I want to get to face to face, you know. I've set my boundaries, and this is a big boundary. the biggest, protecting my own mental health. And if I can help protect others' mental health, then yeah, I will do. And if that means stepping away from you, maybe you don't want to step away. Maybe I'll get to the stage where, you know, if you keep commenting and the comments don't, you know, if they're on a personal level, then I'll remove you. I'll block you on here as well. But that's your choice. That's up to you. And I don't want to make fuel for the fire. You know, I don't want to be poking you. You know, to like as revenge or anything like that. It's nothing like that, Paul. It's all to do with my own mental state. The lengths I have to go to protect myself from past memories, from past experiences, from past people that were, you know, we both triggered each other, like I keep saying. You know, you triggered me as much as I triggered you. You know, we both had a different way of reacting to these triggers. You know, yours was anger, mine was go off, you know, and do other things. You know. It's just how we cope differently, and unfortunately for an empath to be around any sort of Saphi's using her toy. She's got her treats out. Oh, she's trying to get a few treats. Here you go, Paul. You wanted some cat. Some cat. Saphi says hello. She's trying to get her treats out. Yay! Saphi, your head won't fit in. Your head won't fit in the box, sweetheart. Keep falling. Oh my god. Square peg round hole again. See, the universe is stepping in again. Yeah, Paul, I mean, yeah, I can go on and on and on and on and on, and I don't want to. Saphi's interrupted us, so it was time for me to stop. Universe intervention, Saphi. So, yeah, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from anywhere that's negative. It's all just stuff that I have to do to survive, to keep myself sane, you know. Or I will go off and do stuff exactly the same as what I used to do with you. You know, I have to stop that pattern. I have stopped that pattern quite a few years ago, actually. Yeah, I've just set boundaries now, and unfortunately, this is the biggest boundary. It's funny because even your name popping up with a message is a trigger, you know. It goes that deep. Same as if I was to message you, you know, that would trigger you, a reaction out of you. What reaction it would be, I wouldn't know, but you need to know that the reaction it's triggering in me is not a good one. You know, it brings up fear. I know he was never violent to me or anything like that, but it's not the point. It's mixed with all the rest of the abuse that I suffered long before you came along, and long after as well. Like, you know, don't take it personally. Really don't take it personally. I'd rather you didn't, because it's not personal. It's for anybody that I've had a relationship that's been a negative one, you know. It's not just you, it's everyone. I mean, there's a certain person that you know very well that you didn't like, and I know that he would get your back up, but he's another person that I've had to break contact with for my own sanity, for my own good. These are the lengths that I've had to go to find myself, to find freedom away from being trapped in a cycle, a toxic cycle of my own, not of my own making, but of the making of the abuse that I suffered throughout my life. yeah, there's so much more involved and deep. I mean, I might go into it a bit further on certain aspects, but like I said, they are very, very personal to me, and to you, and to other people. You know, it's not just, like I say, it's not just you that I've had relationships with; it's other people, and other people that I've hurt in certain ways. You know, certain, well, I won't say hurt, I say triggered. You know, because it is a trigger. You know, there's certain actions I've done that have triggered you, there's certain actions that you've done that have triggered me, you know, and there's always a bad outcome at the end, and I'd rather not get in that cycle again with anybody. It's just too harmful for me. And I really do hope you can understand this, and anybody else watching this that knows me, you know, that might want to try and get back into my life, we've had a negative part, you know, it's going to be the same sort of thing, the same sort of reaction to you too, you know. The door's always open, but, you know, you've got to be aware that there's going to be triggers, you know. And depending on the severity of them is depending on how you talk to me, how you treat me, what you bring up, you know, there's lots of aspects, just your attitude and things like that, you know, big triggers for me, big triggers for an empath, you know, not just me, there's many people that are the same, you know, a word said a different context, you know, it can go as far as a look, but you know, this is why I don't want to look at you in the face, because you know, I can read your face, I can read the frustration, anger, and whatever else comes with negative aspects of our relationship, you know, and I don't want to feel that, because that triggers my mental illness. Big time, you know, and I'm trying to cope with that. I'm trying to stop those sorts of things triggering me now. Having to feel panic for somebody else's grief, you know, or having to feel panic and anger and frustration over somebody else's thoughts and feelings, you know, that I can't even control, you know. I'm only in control of my own thoughts and feelings, like you're only in control of your own. And you are in control, you know, you can choose whether to kick off or whether to be peaceful or what, you know, and I choose to have boundaries, drastic boundaries, strict boundaries, because I know what it is like when I'm at rock bottom. I mean, even you know how many, well, you've seen a few suicide attempts that I've gone through, you know, you've seen how bad I've been, how low I've been. You know, I can go on, and I don't want to be in that state of mind. You know, my mind's wandering off into it now, and this is why I'm drifting off. But I need to keep myself grounded. I need to keep myself in the here and now. So yeah, please feel free to comment, but please keep it as if we were strangers. Just, you know, like, you know exactly what I'm going on about. I don't have to explain. You've got brain. You're quite an intelligent bloke. You know right from wrong. You poke the fire. I'm going to react. So please don't poke the fire. Basically. Yeah, and I'll try not to poke yours. You know, I don't want to. And this is why I have to sit back and think of things first. This is why the universe has stopped me making this video for a little bit until I can put it in a better way instead of the old patterns. Because normally I would have gone off and pointed out a load of different things, blah 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 blah, my side of the story, all this stuff. You know, I don't need to do that. I know my side of the story. You know the side of the stories too. You know, we don't have to put it out in public. and I don't want to have to defend myself either, you know, and I shouldn't have to. And this is why we shouldn't have that sort of friendship or relationship in any sort of way, really. It's just, I can see it has done in the past, and it can do it again in the future, you know, if we make that link again on an emotional level. Yeah, I have to detach myself away from that because it hurts very much so, to the point of like I've said, suicide. You know, wanting to top myself. I don't want to take it out on other people. I take it out on myself. And if you're prepared to carry on and poke, bringing up past experiences and past arguments and things like that, then it will just go to show what sort of intentions that you do have, being on my channel and commenting on my videos. I hope that's not the sort of person that I'm, you know, I hope that's not the sort of person that you are. I do hope that you have a heart and you can understand where I'm coming from. Maybe it'll help you understand yourself a bit more. Maybe you already do, I don't know. But I don't want to delve into that right now, you know. If ever there was a friendship to be made out of this, which I can't see, it would be way long down the road. You know, there's a lot of trust issues between the pair of us. You know, I've done things that have made you question my honesty and trust, and you've done the same to me. You know, so but like I say again, it's all due to our own past experiences through our lives, well before we met each other. And after, you know, it's all part of that. It's not just our individual meeting in that little space of time that we had together. It's so much bigger, and I have to look at the whole aspect of it and microanalyze, as some people like to say. It's how I learn to move forward. It's how I learn to get better. You know, and heal, forgive myself for what I've done in the past, and forgive others for what they've done in the past. Which, yeah, fair enough, I'll forgive anybody, but if they're going to keep poking, and they're going to keep prodding, and they're going to keep triggering, then I have to step in with my boundaries and take forceful action. You won't be the first person that I've had to do it with, and I'm sure you won't be the last, you know. That's it. This is what your intentions are. But yeah, this is the last time that I'm going to mention all this. You are triggering me, Paul. You know, I'll make it as plain as day. You're triggering me. So please either keep the comments to a very basic level without any sort of emotion attached to us, or if you can't do that, then be a gentleman and leave. Unsubscribe. Don't put yourself through the torture of watching my videos. Or if that's not going to happen and you carry on, then I shall block you. You know, I'll take those sorts of actions. You know, like I say, you won't be the first that I've had to do things to, you know, well, not to do things to, but you know, take action from. You certainly won't be the last. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'm completely wrong, you know, and that you're trying to heal and you understand my side of things as well as your own side of things. But yeah, I'd rather keep it on just a stranger level, please, if you don't mind. And pussy cat shot. Meow. You see a little heart there. Saphi. So, right, there we go. I shall end that video with that. Thank you people for watching, subscribing and sharing and commenting. If you know anybody that might benefit from the information in my channel, my experiences, please feel free to share on your news feeds and timelines and Twitter or whatever, whatever platform you're on that you can share it to. And yeah, do it safely, do it discreetly, so people, don't tag people in it, because it can cause more problems than it's worth. I don't want to bring any unnecessary danger to anybody else, unnecessary attacks or anything like that, verbal, mental, physical. It's all part of it, part of abuse. So yeah, just give somebody else the option to be able to click on it themselves in their own safe space and safe time. And we can help one person at a time, hopefully. But thank you everybody for start again. Thank you everybody for watching, and I shall say goodbye. Bye bye everyone. Love you lots.